get out and do something fun. Because a lot of times you need fun because things can get kind of stressful, whether it's work or family life. It's easy to get stressed out these days.
It means you're living. That's what I've decided.
What, stress?
Yes.
But you can still get rid of stress. Go with me here.
Okay, I'm going with you. Let's go with Lindsey.
Okay.
Because she is live this morning.
Never mind Hannah. Lindsey can get us de-stressed today.
Yeah, I'm not helping
Lindsey.
you out.
Hey, good morning, guys. And actually, in San Francisco International Airport, they just opened a yoga room. So more and more people are starting to take yoga classes. Sarah Schulte joins me now. She's a yoga instructor here at the Y. What are the health benefits of yoga?
The health benefits are great for yoga. It is very, very good for your back, people with back problems. It helps you to maintain and increase your flexibility, and it helps your balance, your core balance. It's great. It's wonderful. It's also a great way to start your day.
And for people who may think they know what yoga is, what is yoga?
Okay, yoga here for us at the Y is not just sitting and meditating, although we do at the end a very calming, relaxing cool down. We do power poses, we do balance poses, standing poses, and we strengthen the core, helping people's balance and helping their backs, their spine, especially joints. We have people who have had surgery for their joints that it finds that it really helps them to maintain that motion in the joints.
What do people need if they want to take a yoga class?
Very little. We have mats here at the Y. We have also all kinds of props. We have blocks. We also do yoga with a variety of things like bands and some weights and balls and all kinds of things. So very little equipment is needed to come and take yoga. We have it all here at the Y.
And this class begins in about 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
it's an hour-long class?
Yes.
All right. We're going to keep checking in with you guys. Thank you very much for having us out here. A few people are arriving, and they're going to do some yoga and get their morning started.
I feel a little relaxed already.
I love yoga. I've done it before, and it's very relaxing.
Other than having a job to do for the next hour, I would love to just dash on over to the Y and take part in that yoga class this morning.
Come on over.
Too bad, so sad.
I
You
would
gotta hang
love
out with me.
You're too stressful. Lindsey's relaxing. Sometimes doing the same workout day in, day out can get a little boring.
It sure can, and that's why more people are actually turning to group fitness classes.
And Lindsey Boetsch is right in the middle of one of those group classes right now. She is at yoga at the Quincy Family YMCA. Hey, Lindsey.
Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear the music. It's very relaxing. It's kind of quiet in here, so that's why I'm trying not to ruin everybody's day this morning. But they're really relaxed. The class that they're doing is really cool, and a lot of places are actually starting to take in this yoga. One of those places is San Francisco International Airport. It's really cool. They've opened up this airport, an airport yoga room, which is really, really neat. It's open to all ticketed passengers. The room contains few chairs and yoga mats, but no instructors or televisions. You're not allowed to have any shoes, food, drinks, or cell phones, and silence is appreciated. So we're kind of breaking one of those rules this morning. But the studio officially opened last week in one of the storage rooms just past a security checkpoint. The airport officials believe that the 150 square foot room is the world's first airport yoga studio, which is kind of cool. The yoga room is the latest example of how airports are trying to improve the passenger experience and showcase their regional culture, noting the ancient practice's popularity in the San Francisco Bay Area. So this morning we have a group of, there's 7 of them and then the instructor, and they've been stretching, and yoga really increases your flexibility. As you can see, they're lifting their leg in the air. There's a variety of different poses that they use to connect the mind and body and soul all together as one. I'm going to walk over here and see if you can listen to the positions that she's talking about.
Come up, push, lift into up dog.
And this is called up dog.
Exhale into down dog.
And this is down dog. And all of the poses work a different muscle area. The up dog stretches your hamstrings and stretches out your back. And the down dog stretches out your back and your chest muscles as well.
Plant the right foot. Inhale, the left leg up, extend.
And that stretches out your stomach and also your other hamstring. But it's not just about stretching. It's about increasing, yes, your flexibility, but it takes a lot of work and it increases your muscles as well, which is really neat. Another thing that's similar to yoga is Pilates, but Pilates is a little bit more, yoga is a little bit more relaxing than Pilates is. So very, very neat going on here. We're going to talk to the instructor here coming up in the next half hour. Guys?
Chad, wake up.
I'm just so relaxed, and it's our job to wake you up. And
I know.
And then we do this, and the music's in the background.
I love it
so
though.
nice.
If you haven't tried it, you really should try yoga.
The
It
only
is
yoga I've ever
spectacular.
done is on the Wii Fit.
It's not quite the same
Not
as
quite
having
the same,
that.
but it was.
Yeah, unless you can make your environment conducive like they do theirs with the lights down and the music and just the instructor's voice, so calling out the, and maybe on yoga or on the Wii it is, I'm not sure.
It's pretty relaxing.
Okay.
It's like, hey, do this.
Down dog now. No.
But if you 6:38 seconds in front of 6:39, there's our control room in yoga poses. Lily, the director, she broke her pose. I was gonna say if you could, with your toe, hit the button to bring us on the air, that would be great. Yeah, well.
Nice.
Feeling a little stressed these days? We're not around here, but more and more people are turning to yoga to relieve their day-to-day stresses.
Lindsey Boetsch is live this morning. She's finding her inner calm and kicking off her day with some yoga. Good morning, Linz.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, I'm not the only one there. There's a room full of people here that are doing yoga as well. And it's a trend that's spreading all across the United States. San Francisco International Airport actually just opened a yoga room, which is kind of cool. They just put it in a storage room that that was not being used, and it's part of their newly remodeled terminal. It's open to all ticketed passengers, so if you find yourself in San Francisco and need to find your inner calm, that might be a good place to do it. There's a few chairs and yoga mats, but there's no instructor, so it's all up to you. No shoes, food, drinks, cell phones. Silence is appreciated. And it opened just about at the beginning of this month. It's just past the security checkpoint at San Francisco's airport in Terminal 2. And the airport officials believe that the 150 square foot room is the first airport yoga studio in the world. Yoga is considered to be an alternative medicine practice that trains both the mind and body. It has health benefits that include stress reduction, increased fitness, management of chronic health conditions, and weight loss. That's according to the Mayo Clinic. And you can see they're doing a lot of balancing things here. They're balancing on one foot. The arms out do actually help your balance, but that leg lifted is kind of hard to do as well. It's for all fitness levels. So if you're a beginner, you can come in and take a yoga class. It's good for you. If you're more advanced, you can do different modifications of different poses that they have. Sarah Schulte is the instructor for this class and on Wednesdays, and they have a class on Saturday mornings also, which is really neat. They've been doing this pose a lot. It increases their flexibility. A lot of the downward dog, upward dog, a lot of the poses have different names, and they all do different things for your body, but most of them stretch out, but also increase your strength as well. It's all about your core. And here they go doing another pose. It's just pose after pose after pose, but it really is a good way to start your day. It's really, really neat. It gives you a lot of energy, but it's also very relaxing. I don't know if you got the music stopped now, but it's very zen in here. It's very calming. It's really, really neat. We're going to walk over and see if we can hear what she calls out the poses, and then everybody does it.
We're going to fold forward, stretching into the hamstrings, the low back. Very good for the back. Maintaining that flexibility, the balance. Come on up, hinge up, coming up.
And there's still about 15 minutes left in this class, so they're going to start their cool down here in a little bit, so we'll check in with them here coming up. Guys?
You know, one thing about yoga is the more you do it, you really start to feel yourself kind of getting into it. And the first few times you do it, you wonder, okay, am I doing this right? And your mind isn't really concentrated because you're not for sure the poses. When she calls them out, you have to look up at the instructor to see if you're doing it correctly. But about your third or fourth time in, you really start to understand what's going on, and then you can start connecting the muscle with the mind. And it is it's amazing. It's amazing what it does to your overall well-being.
And that's
Absolutely
when
love it.
with that specific class, if beginners, I'm sure, are welcome, but that would be a hesitation I would have was, are you going to go in knowing what you're doing?
But everybody's been a beginner once. I mean, the first few times I was in there, I was probably a riot to be a fly on the wall, I'm sure, falling over. I mean, because you try to and you think that you can do it because you see other people, and then you end up, toppling over or whatever. And It's just all part of learning.
And
so
they make it look easy.
they do, and it's not. It's very difficult. But once you finally get it, it's like these little milestones and accomplishments that once you hit a pose and you can hold it, it's like, oh, I did it. So you can tell your progression throughout the classes.
Breathing.
It's
It
cool.
sounded like they were listening to the Titanic soundtrack.
Probably not, but probably very reminiscent.
The early part of the movie, you know,
Yeah.
when it's all lovey-dovey and everything.